Hey everybody, this is Mayor Deke Copenaber here again with another Augusta Highlights. Today my guest is Monty Hamilton, the CEO of Rural Sourcing Incorporated, or RSI as they're affectionately known, a technology company that's headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia, but several years ago came over to Augusta and has established a great presence here. So Monty, just tell us a little bit about, what you do at RSI and what you think about Augusta and the reception you've had here.
Yeah, sure. Happy to. First of all, we are basically an alternative to going offshore. So our whole mission in life, if you will, is to create U.S.-based technology jobs. And in Augusta, we have found a great home. So we've got close to 100 software developers here now. This will be we're about 2.5 years in. So ahead of schedule of what we thought we would be, but certainly not to the end of where we think we will eventually get to. And I think, and I've told people this a number of times, that Augusta is a place where we can have up to 200 people here in this facility, in this town, and it's just been a huge find for us in terms of the quality of life, the software talent that we've had, and the support from folks like yourself and the rest of the business community here has been more than I could have ever asked for.
Well, I'll tell you, we are so excited to have you here in Augusta. And Monty, you've been such an advocate for the city and sharing with people, all the things that you've done. One of them was to get an invitation for me to speak at the International Association of Outsourcing Professionals World Summit in Phoenix this year, which I appreciate that, but just the focus of that conversation was really about onshoring and what's going on here in Augusta from that aspect.
Yeah, and that trend is doing nothing but picking up more speed. Since we had that conference earlier in the year in February, there's another conference that's coming to Atlanta next week, in fact, September 10th. And then on September 11th, we're hosting a field trip, if you will, for probably 30 other economic development professionals from across the country to come to Augusta and see what you guys have done here. So we'll come see our facility here and talk about all the software IT development work we do. We'll go to ADP's 1,000 seat center and see what they're doing over there from a business process outsourcing, and then finally to WOW to see from a cool call center location. So it will be the showcase next week for Augusta.
Well, we're very excited about that. And another company that's an example of that, onshoring, Starbucks.
Right.
Their new facility will be opening here shortly. But it's so good to see Augusta becoming an epicenter for the creation of American jobs.
Yeah, and again, I've just got bunches of stories that I could tell about the neat things that I've gotten to experience in my role as CEO here. And a couple of them have been able to find talent that have, for various and sundry reasons, found their way here to Augusta, right? Some retired military veterans, some folks who've worked in Silicon Valley, who had aging parents who've come back to this to take care of them, and they show up in Augusta not thinking that they're going to get to work in a high-tech firm, and suddenly here we are as Rural Sourcing going, we need your skills, right? We'll put you to work today, and it's just been a great success story.
Well, and so many people have spoken to me about the fact that last year we were ranked number 2 for growth in jobs in the technology sector in the nation for the past 5-year period behind Des Moines, Iowa. That was extremely exciting to me, but so many people said, well, I don't see it. I said, let me tell you, I actually see it through RSI and other companies. I see that growth every day.
Yeah, and I think what has happened here, and certainly we can't take all the credit, but I think a little bit of the credit for creating a bit of a clustering effect, right? So when we made our announcement, we had a big splash, and I thank the community for that. And then suddenly you saw these other folks coming out of their mom's basement, right? Or from this small company with this idea and emerging and going to the clubhouse, right? And places like that suddenly have a place in the city now to congregate, to come and work, to earn a living, and to grow maybe other ideas. And from this we see, I'm sure somewhere along the line, I'll have some entrepreneur out here today that has a good idea, and he'll go off and start his own company here in Augusta.
It really is creating that culture and that ecosystem, but RSI has played such a large role in that. Next week we'll also be hosting TechNet Augusta, which is 2,000 to 3,000 people coming to Augusta, focused on defense contracting in the technology sector. So that's huge. But really, I would say that RSI has been really one of the companies to push that, to focus on the collaboration and establishing that ecosystem. So I want to say thank you to you.
Yeah, well, we very much appreciate that, and as you well know, these things don't happen without a very fertile ground and a lot of support to go out and make them happen. So we appreciate all the support you've given us.
Well, thank you so much for being my guest today, Monty, and look forward to future growth of RSI here in Augusta, but throughout the nation as you focus on bringing those American jobs back. Thank you.
It's a lot of fun. Thanks, Steve.
Good deal. Y'all have a great day.